Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a Do They Miss You spread for my lovely, fantastic Virgos. If this does not resonate with you and you'd like your own personal custom reading, please click the link in the description box down below. This is Book Your Own Personal Custom Reading. With that being said, and you're new here and you enjoy the content that I produce, consider subscribing and joining the family. Whew, talking so much now. I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, or evening, whatever time of day you are watching this. And we're going to shuffle the cards 3 times in a row. You know how I do, and if you didn't know, now you do know. And let us get right into it. Let me pull up my notes. So, the first question that I'm going to be asking is, how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? What is on their mind currently right now? For my lovely, fantastic Virgos, let us find out what is going on. Alrighty, so let's do the spready and let us find it out. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? Well, this could be representing of 2 things, a person and or an action. Knights represent, as I'm sure you know, movement towards something. So they're moving towards something here. Pentacles represent having something that is really long-term relationship that's going to last a very, very long time, that's quite serious as well and solid as well. And it seems like, as you can see, this individual isn't necessarily moving. The horse is halted and they're really looking at that pentacle, and they're trying to be methodical and really think about the decisions that they're making and choices that they're, going forth with, and trying to figure out if it's the best course of action to take. So this could either be another third-party individual that they are thinking about and not really thinking about you, and or, which is more what I think is this case here, is that they feel like they, want to move towards you. They really definitely want to have a interaction with you, but they're just kind of right now looking at their pentacle. They're looking at their life overall, right? And they're just thinking, okay, what should I do? How should I do it? What can I do to execute this, whole situation in the first place? And what is the best course of action to take? So coming back to the question is, how do they feel about you? Well, they feel like they want to offer you, a long-term commitment. They want to offer you a wonderful time. It's just that they're not necessarily sure right now, and they're trying to weigh their options in life probably, and looking at that pentacle and just really analyzing the situation. So, how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? Well, they are using their higher intuition here. The High Priestess is representing using your higher intuition. Also, going with your gut feeling, essentially, doing what they think is the best course of action to take. So kind of reiterating what I stated before with the first card, but they're just really trying to follow their heart instead of their mind and figure out, is this something that they really want to do? And this is the main essential theme. And how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? They are dealing with some internal struggles right now, as you can see. They're carrying around a lot of unnecessary baggage and weight on their shoulders, and they're kind of really gloomy and walking around and being really negative with their mindset on this occasion, right? And so, as I stated before, they're like, hey, I really want to go forth with this, but at the same time, they're kind of backtracking and they're thinking about the negatives of the situations and the pros and cons, and they're unnecessarily carrying a lot of unnecessary baggage. It could also be representing of you, they could be like thinking about, things that have happened between you both. And of course, they could be dealing with life as it is. And as you know, life right now is crazy for everybody. So that could be the case. So how do they feel about you? Well, they want to move towards you. They're trying to use their higher intuition, but they got a lot of baggage. What are the blockages between you and them? What's caused you guys to maybe have a separation, or for, you to suspect there to be an issue? So let's find that out together. What are the blockages? What are the blockages? What are the blockages? The first blockage here is, it seems like they feel left out in the cold. They feel, tossed to the side. They feel like they have not a lot of importance in your life as much anymore, and they feel just really let down and sad. So, what are the first blockages? Well, the blockage is that, they feel left out, essentially. So what else are the blockages? What else are the blockages? What else are the blockages? The World card. The World card, it basically represents having a completion of a cycle. So something needs to be completed. So whatever that may be, basically to get some closure on the situation for themselves, and or for you, of course, as well, in order to have a better time. So we need to have a completion of a cycle to move forward in a better situation. And this is the main central theme. And as to why it's a blockage, I would assume here that there's something going on behind the scenes. There's something definitely brewing in one's mind, and they need to get over that hump in order to move forward with you. And what else are the blockages? What else are the blockages? What else are the blockages? I see. The Lover's card. The Lover's card is representing of, this unfathomable, like, just feelings and emotions that you have for one another that may even cause a blockage. It could be a karmic relationship, something that neither of you can control, but essentially either a third-party individual, or it could be just a lot of overwhelming, you love the person so much where it's driving each other apart, and that could be a blockage as well. So we asked the question is, do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they think about you? Or you're on their mind right now, right? So, do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? We have the Moon card. The Moon card is representing of mystery, deception, and confusion, as you can see here. And essentially, I feel like they are just kind of going through a phase right now where they're just trying to, weigh their options, thinking about, okay, what's good, what's not good. They got a lot of baggage on their shoulders right now, and they're just trying to figure out, okay, where is the line of where I should be? And they're just really mentally confused, emotionally about the situation, and they're not necessarily feeling anything negative or positive thus far from what I could see in the cards. And so, do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? They are feeling a bit burdened in the situation. They are feeling quite defeated. They feel beat up, and they are feeling quite passionate about the situation as a whole as well. As you can see, this individual is looking rather beat up there. And so what this makes me think is that they are emotionally confused because they are hurt about something, probably something, an argument or dispute or misunderstanding that you both had, and they're feeling like they're really dwelling on that. And this is the main central theme. And so coming back to the question is, do they miss you? Well, they're emotionally confused right now. And so they're like, So, do they miss you? Let me give it a good shuffle one more time because the cards got all messed up. Alrighty. Do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? I feel, what I can see here is that we have the Knight, and Knight represents movement, as you know, moving towards. Swords representing of quick, fast movement, as well as thinking and contemplating. And then this particular card here, this person has, a lot of clouds behind them, so they have a lot of clouded judgment, and they're wanting to move fast towards you and to say something mean and nasty and negative, so they don't necessarily have positive vibes in their head right now. They probably want to let out their feelings and emotions that they have, so that they could probably resolve the issue with you, and I feel like they just don't have the confidence necessarily to, tell you. So I feel like they're kind of low-key mad, honestly. I feel like they're mad. Don't come at me, comments. I already know I feel it. But they're upset about something. Just conveying to you the message that they're upset about something, but they're also confused about their feelings and emotions. So, try to approach them and ask them whenever you can, or if you have the opportunity, are you okay? Let's work this out. Let's make this misunderstanding not a misunderstanding, right? So, do they want you back in their life? Well, if, you can get them back in your life, then you can definitely ask them what's going on. So, do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? In short, no. So what does this card represent? Well, it represents that they feel really backstabbed and hurt, and they feel very negative. They're doing a lot of thinking and contemplating about the situation as a whole. And obviously, as you could tell throughout the entire reading, there was some underlining senses of like they're feeling like hurt or betrayed about something. I'm not sure exactly what, but there definitely is some type of feeling of pain, and they're feeling quite backstabbed. And do they want you back in their life currently? Not right now. No, it doesn't seem like they are wanting that. However, let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. What's some? Woo! Okay. 2 pieces of cards want to come out. Actually 3. But we'll see what this says. So, freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So what this card is telling you to do, essentially, is to walk away from the situation. Similarly, if somebody doesn't want you in their life, you have to figure, you have to understand that and maybe try your best to come to having some closure with that, right? So I know this is going to be create a lot of controversy, and a lot of people are going to be mad at me for saying this, but sometimes you need to follow your heart when it comes to doing the best thing that's right for you. So if somebody doesn't want you in their life, you should not force that issue, right? It seems like they're obviously upset about some underlining stuff that's happening. I have no idea exactly what, but they're definitely feeling a lot of pains of emotions, and they're like having it overflow and whatnot. I don't think that they don't dislike you entirely. I feel like they don't dislike you entirely. I definitely feel like they may come around again. And the reason I say that is because of the Knight of Pentacles and the Lover's card. There is, positivity in this reading. It's just that they're blinded by, the past, and they're blinded by a lot of upsetness right now. So you have the freedom to walk away. The path is clear if you want it to be. With that being said, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So basically, what this is telling you is that the things that you learn from here, the things that you learn from this relationship or whatever you had with this individual, you can take this knowledge and bring it towards another person and life. And I see in the comments all the time, people are like, I don't want them back in my life, etc., etc. So take this as an opportunity to learn from the situation and try your best to move forward. And so, use your heart and use your higher intuition and do what you feel like is right. So those are the 2 that kind of fell out. With that being said, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you want to see my videos and content like this one, hit that notification bell to get notified when I upload my videos every single week. Here's some more videos over here that YouTube's recommended for you to watch. Good luck in your endeavors, and take care.